Can you hear me now? Oh no. No sound. Okay, well, I'll do my spiel again, I guess. Of course, because I closed the program and reopened it, all of my mic settings reset. Oh my gosh. Typical. Absolutely typical. Alright, let's do the intro again. Hello everybody, my name is Kris, this is Wizard Way, and we are going to be watching The Rings of Power episodes 1 and 2 tonight. This will be a 100% authentic live reaction. I am completely unspoiled. It was, just a rehearsal, it's fine. So I am honestly the only person that I know who was not at either one of the Lord of the Rings premieres, either in New York or London or LA. There were so many premieres, but I didn't go to any of the premieres, and I also didn't get to go to any of the advanced screenings that happened last night in local theaters around several countries. So while there were screenings in my area, I didn't get to go to them because I slept through when the tickets went live. So thus is my existence. Welcome to my stream. We're just gonna chat and hype things up for a few minutes because the episode should be dropping in another 48 minutes. So for now, we're just going to chillax a bit. I'm actually gonna turn the music back on, but we'll turn it down a tad. There we go. Background music. So sorry about that. But I'm super excited for the show. Yeah, watching with absolutely no context whatsoever. So, yeah, I have been looking forward to the show. I am TikTok's resident elf boy, so what I do online is typically related to elvish lore in Tolkien's universe, and I do elvish translations. So, thus, if you, or anyone you know, would like a custom elvish translation done, please head down to my website, which is elfboy.com, elf-boi.com. So that is the plug for my website, and I'm going to try and get my settings right because it looks like things reset. Properties. There we go. Okay. 'Tis done. The timer's there. So basically what is going to happen is as we progress toward the premiere, I am going to reload the page when it is time, and once I know for sure that the episode is there, I will do a quick countdown, probably just a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you are watching at home, if you have a Prime subscription, you will also want to be going to the website, logging in with your Prime account, and just setting up. So we are basically going to try and get everyone on the landing page at the same time, and then I will do a quick countdown, and when I press go, you press go, and then hopefully, if everything goes without a hitch, we will get to basically simultaneously watch The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power together. So you will get my live reaction, I assume, on your phone while you play Prime Video up on your television, and we can basically watch together. This is what would have happened if this had premiered during, like, the worst of the pandemic anyway. So I thought, hey, why not? Why not do the thing and watch it together? So I didn't get to go any of the premieres, and this is what I get to do instead. I'm actually really excited about it, because it means you guys get to see my authentic reaction. It means that I get to share this with everybody, and also that I get to have it on film. So if I ever want to go back and remember what it felt like to watch the first 2 episodes the first time, I have the capability of going back and looking at that, and that's really special. So I'm super happy, and I also have my partner with me. For those who are unfamiliar with me and have never seen me before, my name is Kris. I am TikTok's resident elf boy, and I started my TikTok account because my partner Sandra, my life partner for 12 years, she passed away in September of 2019. So 3 years ago, my partner passed away, and in dealing with my grief over losing her, I decided to relearn Tolkien's Elvish. She is the one who taught me Elvish back when I was in high school. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to honor her memory. I'm going to relearn Elvish, and I'll start a TikTok account, and just maybe people will be interested. And some of my videos blew up, and now I'm getting close to 50K over on TikTok, which is really exciting. So when I hold up my crystal ball here, this is my partner. Her ashes are swirled in the glass. So she's here with me in spirit, and I'm sad that she's not here, but we get to share this together, and it doesn't replace her in any way, shape, or form, but it is comforting. It is comforting to know that we get to share this together, and that I've been able to foster a community of Tolkien fans surrounding, you know, this whole TV show and Tolkien in general. I'm going to be teaching some Elvish lessons once I have time. But yeah, I'm really happy that even though she's not here, I have this community now, and so I get to watch with all of you guys, and that's really great. Oh yeah, zero context theater is gonna be hilarious for you guys, honestly. Because I have set it up so that I can see and hear the video as it will play on my computer screen, but you guys can't. So I disconnected that audio well, number one, so I don't get copyright violations. This will just be a pure reaction of mine. And it's meant to be watched in conjunction with you guys. So hopefully you have a Prime account and can access Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. And even if you don't watch with me today, because of the way YouTube does live streams, an evergreen video will be posted after the stream ends. So everything that happens here will be available for rewatch. So if you do eventually get the chance to watch these things, I assume eventually they will be made available on DVD and Blu-ray, then you can pop it in, queue up the video here, and about 1 hour in, a little less than 1 hour in, is when we'll do the countdown, and then you could potentially watch it any time with me and get my first time reaction along with you. So I'm probably gonna be pretty funny. I will be trying to interject little lore bits or language bits or design elements that I know are Elvish related. I will probably point those out if I can. But yeah. I'm excited. You remember when the show was announced? You're still in high school. You've graduated college and you now have your own place. Holy shit. That's awesome. Yeah, we have been waiting several years for this. And in 42 minutes, it's finally going to be here. I can't wait. It's so cool. Yeah, and the wonderful thing about doing reactions and stuff is that some great elf content. The fun thing about doing reactions is I don't know what I'm about to see. Like, I really honestly don't. The only bits that I've seen were at Comic-Con. So I've seen snippets of, I think, 6 scenes. Like, there's a rock breaking contest between Elrond and Durin that I'm really looking forward to because they cut it off at, like, the pinnacle moment. So I can't wait to see that, the whole scene. Okay, let me set your expectations, okay? Because I am the resident elf boy. I know people are gonna want me to, like, live translate the Elvish. I want to say up front, I can't do that. I'm not fluent. Also, it is super clear that there are going to be multiple kinds of Elvish in the show. This has been made clear in various interviews and stuff like that. They have said that some of the elves speak Quenya to each other, and other elves, if they speak in Elvish, will be speaking in Sindarin. So, I know Neo-Sindarin, and I don't know it fluently, but I know it relatively well enough that I think I would be able to at least decode a few words as it was spoken live, but I don't have the skill to just live translate for everybody. However, after we do this live stream, after we get to watch it, once I end the stream, I will probably be going back and listening and trying to take notes. So if any Elvish happens that is not subtitled for the viewers to know what they're saying, I'll try and decode that for everybody. Quenya is not my strong suit, though, so if Quenya happens, I make zero guarantees. Am I going to do discussion between the episodes? There will probably be, like, a 5-minute break in between the episodes. I plan on basically restarting the timer for the second episode. So yes, there will be a small break and a tiny bit of discussion in between, but I'm not going to wait, like, I'm not going to have 15 minutes in between. So I do plan on giving a general first impression and just allowing everybody to take a bio break. Really hope that Sauron is hinted. I hope so too. I know that we will see the 2 trees, and I remember one visual from Comic-Con where Morgoth is this big shadowy presence. And I think Ungoliant as well. I forget. It was only for a split second at Comic-Con. But yeah, we will at least get some of the baddies alluded to, but I have no idea. And it's hilarious. Honestly, it's hilarious to go online nowadays because everyone, like, the theories are running wild at this point. I haven't looked up any spoilers from anyone who has seen the two first episodes already. But, yeah, Melkor. We will get to see a brief hint of Melkor, I believe so. If what we saw at Comic-Con is actually what we're going to see. I have no idea if that's going to happen or not. But because I haven't looked up any spoilers, I forget what I was saying. Oh, right, the theories online. The theories online have gone bonkers. And, like, everyone is wondering who Sauron is. There are theories that Halbrand is Sauron. Some people are like, Galadriel is Sauron. And I'm like, come on, guys, like, be serious. But a lot of people were thinking that Sauron, as a shapeshifter, which he absolutely is, could take any form he wants, and therefore we can't trust anything. So, like, I've seen posts where they're just like, everyone is Sauron. All of them. It's all Sauron. In every scene, one person is Sauron. He is everywhere, inescapable, and I think that's hilarious, and I would laugh super freaking hard if that ended up being true. If, like, a couple of these main characters happen to end up being Sauron. I don't think it's realistic, but if it did happen, I would laugh. There's some great elf content. Yeah! I'm looking forward to it. You'll say nothing about what happens. Ah, you've seen it already, okay. Gonna have to be on the replay crew. That is okay. Thank you so much for being here, Zoe. It's gonna be a time. We will see how it goes. Sauron is gonna be the old man from the trailer asking, have you heard of Sauron? I thought so. When I watched the preview, or, you know, the teaser trailers and such. I thought that Meteor Man, as we've been calling him, would definitely be Sauron, based on the way it looked like a fiery eye when he lands. And he's just sort of naked. And the heat and the fire just sucks into him. But another valid point would be that it could be one of the Astari. It could be one of the wizards. Now, do we think this is Gandalf? I don't know. I don't know if it would be Gandalf. However, if it's not Gandalf, it could very well be, what are their names? Alatar and Palando? The two blue wizards? Could be the blue wizards. We don't know. There's no way to really know. Hell, it could be Saruman. We wouldn't know. So it could be one of the Astari. That's a possibility as well. As far as who could be Sauron, it truly could be anybody, though I honestly don't think it would be Galadriel. I don't think it would be any of the main canonical characters. just because that's such a departure from canon that I don't think they would go there. Yeah, Alatara and Polanda. Thank you, Dan. Stormcloud number 12 is Sauron. Everyone is Sauron. It's fine. Gray! My cat is meowing at me. A drug-free Radagast? Like, Radagast before the drugs? I don't know. We wouldn't even recognize him. Blue Wizard or Sauron for Meteor Man. Yeah, I think that those are the two most likely scenarios. I do think those are the two most likely. For sure. And before we go any further, I am going to start my stream over on TikTok as well. I forgot to start that. So we're simul streaming, kind of. I have the stream going on over here on YouTube, and then I do have my phone active to do a stream over on TikTok. Pardon me. They're like, we're notifying your viewers that you're live. Yay! I mean, I do have a larger following over on TikTok. That is God's honest truth. So anybody who's tuning in over on TikTok, hello, my name is Kris, this is Wizard Way. I am currently over on YouTube doing a live reaction and watch through, watch party, what have you, for Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power on Prime Video. I will be watching the first 2 episodes when they drop in another half an hour. And if you'd like to watch with me, you can. You won't be able to see or hear what I am seeing, but I do have a sync timer over on my YouTube. So as I watch over on YouTube, if you want to sync up your video with mine, you can. You can. If you come in late and you're like, you know what, maybe not now, you can click away, you can watch me without context, which might be super hilarious, or you can queue up the evergreen live stream when it gets posted after the stream ends, and you can basically fast forward about an hour and then start watching when I do. So just make sure your TV or computer or phone timer, whatever you're using to watch from Prime Video, make sure that timer matches mine, and it'll be like I'm in the room with you, watching with you. So it could be fun. It could be fun. Hi, guys. It's telling me to invite people to go live together. I'm not doing that. I sort of assume that everyone has their own thing going on tonight. Though, I mean, for some people, I mean, for most of my friends, they've already seen the first 2 episodes, so they don't have to watch it as soon as it goes live. They can leisurely just pick it up whenever they want to and rewatch it. For me, I'm like, there's a sense of urgency. I really want to see it. Hello again, Khalil. Welcome. Hello, everybody over on TikTok. Please head to the link in my bio. I believe I said it live. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, it should be live. I have a link over in my bio that will take you directly to the live stream over on YouTube. If you'd like to sync up and watch The Rings of Power with me, that is the way you can do it. So head to the link in my bio, and it's the very top link that'll take you right to my YouTube channel so that you can sync up your watch party with me. If you'd like to do that, you absolutely can. That's why I started early, so everyone can get set up, get everything right where they want it to be, you know, hold their loved ones close, get some snacks and beverages. I do have 1 soda, but it's mostly going to be water for me tonight. Oh, you're at work. Bum bum. You're like, everything else can wait. This is important. I appreciate that. It's important to me. The premiere is important to me. Because I haven't seen it yet. So, like, I mean, I don't expect that I'll be too negative. And I can truly say, like, I'm not under an NDA. I have not contracted with Amazon in any way, shape, or form. And so I am, therefore, not a shill. I've not been paid to say anything. I don't have early access. The only previews that I got were things that were at Comic-Con, and that was something I paid to do myself. So I was invited by the OneRing.net, but still paid monies. When House of Dragon came out, everything was on hold. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, it's kind of a big deal to have a spin-off series now. I wasn't a huge Game of Thrones fan. There's nothing wrong with Game of Thrones, particularly, but it skews more toward grimdark, and that's not my favorite subgenre of fantasy. What are we doing? Hello, people on TikTok. So if you're just now joining, I am over on my YouTube channel, link in bio. It's the top link there, but I am doing a live stream so that when The Lord of the Rings of Power drops in a half an hour, I will be watching the first 2 episodes live so that y'all can see my live reactions. So if you'd like to watch with me, if you happen to have an account over on Prime Video, you'll definitely want to queue that up, and then once the episodes go live, I will do a countdown and we can press start at the same time. That is the goal. The goal is to basically watch with you. It'll be like I'm in the room with you. I mean, if you like me and you don't mind me freaking out every so often, it could be fun. Oh, thank you for the rose. That's super sweet. I'm like not doing anything, but thank you. I appreciate you guys. Everyone said it was going to be bad, but it's been really good so far. That's good to hear. I never wish ill of any other fandom, you know? Like, did we ever finally get another Harry Potter movie? I thought Fantastic Beasts was continuing, but I don't even know for sure because I've disconnected from the fandom for the most part. But like, I don't wish ill on the fandom, you know? Like me and JK, it would never have worked between us, darling. But despite my relationship as a trans person with J.K. Rowling, I have friends in the Harry Potter fandom. I have connections to the Harry Potter fandom. If you're over on my YouTube channel, I covered Wizards Unite for several years. And just, I couldn't do it anymore. And when Wizards Unite met its untimely end, there was no reason for me to continue much in the fandom. But Lord of the Rings and Tolkien has always been my original fandom. It was the first thing that I really got into back in high school, which is more years ago than I want to admit. I was in high school when the movies came out, so I'll let you guys do that math. I'm older than I look. Oh, thanks, Geeta. Yes, everyone, if you're over on YouTube, please make sure to click the like button. Engage in the comment section, in the live chat. Engagement helps me a lot. And even if you end up, like, going off to do something else, if you leave me on in the background, that still gives me watch minutes. And that gets me closer to reaching that flip point where I can turn on ads and actually make money on YouTube. So, if you want to support me monetarily by doing literally the bare minimum, head over to my YouTube channel, open it on a window, and just let it run. Just let it do its thing. If you're watching, you're helping me. Hi, Gray. We have our first cat appearance of the night. Hi. Are you going to be coming by? He's like, leave me alone. What are you doing, Gray? Hi. He wants to be up here, but he doesn't want the cuddles. Are you just going to settle down? Okay. Let him do its thing. It's all you can really do with cats. You don't own a cat. The cat owns you, right? Yeah, hello, kitty. Oh, is Don live too? That's cool. Yeah, he wasn't sure if he was going to do anything live tonight. I have no idea if he'll be doing a live reaction, same as me. He's always welcome to. There's no problem with that. The fun part will be seeing my reaction versus his reaction, because he's seen it already. I haven't. Oh, you chose me. Thank you. I appreciate that. How many cats do I have? Well, now I only have 2. I have 2 who live with me. I still consider several of the cats that I left in Florida my cats, but they are not in my household anymore. So I have... Oh gosh. Panda, are you in chat? I don't know if Panda's watching. Panda and Roger, my 2 roommates back in Florida, and also my extended polycule, they still have several of the cats. Let me see if I can remember. They have Basil. Victor passed away. They have Joshua, Daniel, Chubbs, Tubbs, Phobos, and Dax. And they also have Jasmine, but Jasmine was never my cat. That's Panda's cat. So 7 are still in Florida that are mine. They're still my kitties. They're joint kitties. And then I have Gray and Alana here. So, see if you can see Gray. There he is. Hi, Gray. He's a good boy. Four kittens? You have 4 kittens, take them away? I don't dare. Gray would kill me. Gray is a pretty possessive kitty. He's a sweetheart to me, but he's kind of aloof, and he does not react well to new cats. Neither does Alana, honestly. The 2 of them are very close, but they don't really get along with other cats. Other than the ones that they lived with back in Florida. Read The Hobbit in the 6th grade. Back in 78. You're as old as Elrond. Ah! Not quite. Not quite. I'm sure it feels that way, though. Message redacted. Sorry, Helen. Thanks. Hello. Somebody's gonna be watching Rings of Power. That would be me. That's me. Gray. Gray is Sauron. Are you Sauron? He has a really good resting bitch face, so I'm not so sure. My cat is sus. Aren't you, Gray? Are you a sus kitty? He's purring. It's deception. It's roll for perception. My cat is deceiving me. I wouldn't doubt it. I would be, honestly, so amused. Could I imagine an open-world Middle-earth for a game? It really would be amazing. I hope that they'll do something like that. The scope is so big, though. I think the closest you really get to that is Lord of the Rings Online, which has been going for like over 15 years now, which is amazing. And much like tonight's Rings of Power, Lotro is an adaptation. It's an adaptation of Tolkien's world. They've inserted things in the, you know, if you'll pardon the pun, the gray area of, you know, lore and everything. So they've expanded Tolkien's world in a way that those things were not canonically in the books. But they try to stay close to the spirit of the original works, and we have to sort of trust that that is the mindset that creatives are going into, or they're going into these projects with. Pardon me. We have to trust that the showrunners actually desire to stay close to the source material. And having met one of them in person myself, I can say he truly is passionate. They really are passionate. Everyone who's a part of the project is super passionate about the source material. They've done their research. Especially Rob Aramayo, the one who's playing Elrond. That man has done his research. That man wrote essays for fun just to research Elrond more. And I'm like, dude, like that's a lovely level of that's a lovely level of geekiness that I totally relate to. Because I've basically done the same thing. I've been using these characters in roleplay for years. For years. I'm especially fond of Anatar and Celebrimbor, so I'm really looking forward to those two characters. I don't know how Anatar is going to appear, or if he's going to appear at all. I think that it would be very difficult to tell the story of the Second Age without him, like completely omitting him, but I don't know how he's going to appear. We're just going to have to see. But yes, Rob Aramayo, who's playing Elrond in this show, he is super dedicated to the lore. It was very much he didn't just know his own character, he knew everyone else's character too. So like if you asked him a question about Gil-galad, he could probably answer it. Because he's into the lore. Geek's gonna do what a geek's gonna do. Oh, thank you for all the cuddles. Yeah. If World of Warcraft and Skyrim and Assassin's Creed can make these beautiful open worlds, or at least, there are big sections that are open and then you just explore them, and you can transport from one area to another or what have you. These open worlds are absolutely possible, and heck, even a limited open world like Breath of the Wild was fantastic. So it just takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, and so much coding. So much code. All the coding. I can't even imagine the work that goes into making video games that are open world. But I would love to see that happen for Middle-earth. I absolutely would love that. Elrond is a great character. Oh my gosh, Elrond is one of my favorites. He's such a complex character. The wonderful thing about Elrond is just, in some way, shape, or form, he is connected to literally everyone and everything that happens. That poor guy. Like, it's, the first stage was all his family lines slowly converging to make him and Elros. And then the second age is, the rise and fall of Numenor, which is directly, related to him because that was his brother and his lineage. And then you have his... what is it? His uncle? Kind of? His foster uncle? Foster cousin? I don't know. It gets complicated. Foster cousin. Foster cousin, I think, is what would properly be termed for Celebrimbor. Because Elrond was fostered by two of the Feanorians, by Maedhros and Maglor. And so after his fostering, when those two decided to take the Silmarils and then they got cast into Volcano and Ocean, Elrond was left alone again. Poor Elrond. At a very young age, he's been abandoned twice. Because his parents go over the ocean to save Middle-earth, and they never really come back again. So he doesn't get to see his parents anymore, and then, the actual Kinslayers take him in and raise him for a number of years. So he had time with the Feanorians, too. And that's gotta throw you off a bit. Being raised by people who literally slaughtered everyone around you when you were a kid. Like, emotional damage. Like, truly, so much emotional damage for Elrond. Yeah, and everyone is happy, except Elrond. That is 100% true. Yeah, Don Marshall 72. And everyone's happy, except Elrond. Highly recommend that video, by the way. I am totally over on Don Marshall 72's Patreon, and when he put up the post where we could choose what video he did for the month, I absolutely chose the tell us the Second Age, the plot of the Second Age. I think it was originally supposed to be 1 minute. He was going to try and fit it all in a 60-second video. And I was like, it's never gonna happen. I'm like, as chaotic and amazing as you are, I don't think you can manage it in 1 minute. And he was like, challenge accepted. But he did put it into a 3-minute video. So the entirety of the Second Age in 3 minutes. Well done. Or no, it wasn't even the Second Age, it was the entirety of the Silmarillion. It was the whole Silmarillion in 3 minutes. Hilarious. But he was like, and everyone is happy except Elrond. This is a recurring theme. And then he continues. And it just keeps happening. Poor Elrond. Exactly, yeah. And then you have to deal with Arwen and her choice later on in the Third Age. It's like he gets 3 beautiful children, his own set of twins, and Arwen. And then Celebrian, his wife, which is Galadriel's daughter, because again, everyone is related to each other somehow. Celebrian gets attacked by orcs, and she is so traumatized by the experience, not just physically, but spiritually, mentally. Who knows what happened to her? I want to say she potentially SA'd, but Tolkien never really went into that sort of thing. And I don't blame him. It's not a very pleasant topic to bring into your world, but ultimately, Celebrian was so traumatized that she sailed to the Undying Lands. She took a ship west. And so Elrond, knowing that all 3 of his children have to make their own choice of whether they're going to be counted amongst mortals or the elves, when Arwen makes her choice to wed Aragorn and become mortal, poor Elrond, like, not only does he have to say goodbye to her knowing that she's going to die, you know, whether a few days from then or several years from then, he won't know. But knowing that she is going to die and then not be reincarnated like elves get reincarnated. So he will never see her again. But not only that, he then has to go to the Undying Lands, Elrond has to go to the Undying Lands and then explain to his wife, who is already there, why one or all of his children are not there with him when he shows up. And that's heartbreaking. That honestly, like, Elrond giving Arwen away at Aragorn's coronation is one of the most heart-wrenching moments in the movies to me. Boromir's death is really high up there too, because they depicted that so wonderfully in Fellowship of the Ring. Peter Jackson movies are good. They're good. Don't get me started on the Hobbit trilogy, though. I enjoy the Hobbit trilogy for what it is, but I am still sad about what it isn't. So, but you know, I can be of 2 minds of a thing. It's relatively easy for me to compartmentalize, because there are things that I really do like about the Hobbit trilogy. Especially the first movie in the Hobbit trilogy. The Unexpected Journey, I think it is. That was a really good movie, I thought. Better paced. But the second and third movie, they were a bit of a hot mess. They were all over the place. But the redeeming quality of these movies, of course, is Lee Pace as Thranduil. Thranduil makes me so happy. Thus, I'm wearing my Thran Daddy shirt tonight. Which you can get at the link in my bio. Let's say on my website, elfboy.com. I sell these shirts. But Thran Daddy, because Lee Pace can step on my throat whenever he feels like it. I would absolutely allow it. The man is gorgeous. And he has such a wonderful arrogance and elegance to the way that he portrayed Thranduil. So happy with it. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're only 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away! Knowing the many problems behind the scenes, it's honestly crazy that they managed to get to be as good as they were. No, agreed. There was so much going on behind the scenes with the Hobbit trilogy, I'm surprised they even got made. So again, I'll take it for what it is, but I can still be critical and point out the bits that are really not well put together, in my opinion. I know, 10 minutes, guys. Only 10 minutes away. Enjoyed it, but you prefer the book. I would agree with that assessment. Though they are different media, you know? Like, watching a movie is not going to be the same as reading a book, ever. It's just not going to be the same. Hello from Don Marshall! Hey, April, Nikki, thank you so much for being here, and welcome! Don Marshall sent you guys. Thank you so much! Hi, everybody! Hello. Welcome to my live stream. If you are unfamiliar with me, I mean, most of you probably already know who I am if you're coming from Dawn. But my name is Kris, this is Wizard Way, and I am TikTok's resident elf boy. I translate shit into Elvish for a living. It's what I do. I just got mentioned in a Vice article today. That was new. Thanks, Don. Thank you, Don. He pimps me out, man. I have gotten some of the coolest followers and the most amazing commission requests through my website, thanks to Don spreading the word about what I do. Hey, Andre, Micah, Nicole, Ingrid. Thank you guys so much for being here. Soups. I see Stacy Whitney. Hello, Joyol. Hi, guys. Welcome, everybody. Joey and Mary, welcome. Thanks for being here, everyone. This is super fun. So we're getting down to the wire. I will reiterate how this is going to work. So if you are still over on TikTok, please, if you would, click the link in my bio and go over to my YouTube channel. If you want to continue watching my reactions, you will get a better viewing experience over there. You will also have the option of syncing up your own watch of the first 2 episodes with me. So if you would like to watch the first 2 episodes with me, we have that option of doing that over on YouTube. So head over there. Also, if you're going to watch on one platform or the other anyway, please watch from YouTube, because those numbers actually help me make money, hopefully, eventually, at some point. I still need minutes watched to get anywhere close to monetizing here on YouTube, so any help is greatly appreciated. Even if you're like, I'm not really feeling this, I don't have Prime, I'm not able to watch. If you don't want to watch my reactions as, you know, out of context theater, you can just leave the stream going on a window on your computer and just forget about it. Just mute me and keep it running. The watch minutes help. It's so easy to do, like, the bare minimum. Hey, Captain and Oogie Boogie, thank you so much for being here. Holy cow, viewership just jumped. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. I know, 7 minutes to go. Okay. My cat is in the way. My cat is, like, on top of my mouse. Gray. Gray, I'm gonna... Oh, man, I'm gonna have to disturb him. I'm sorry, Gray. He's like, ugh. I'm sorry. I love you, I'm sorry. See, my cat is down here. My poor Gray. My poor beleaguered boy. I'm like, hold up a second. There we go. Cats are never in the way. We're in the way of them, not the other way around. Okay. I'm going to double check that I have my windows correct here. Rings of Power Season 1. Oh my gosh. We'll just have to see. Actually, I'm going to... Alright. Just going to the end of the trailer. There we go. Okay, so I have the window open on my computer. We are pretty much ready to go. I also have a timer that's set. You can see it down here. If you're on YouTube, it is down here. So I will be pressing go on that timer once we know that things have loaded up. We'll do a countdown and then I'll start the timer and start my video. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Okay, I think everything is good to go. I'm gonna want this over here. Yes. There we go. Actually, better yet, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop out chat. I know I can do that. Yeah, see, that's cool. Alright. Getting down to 5 more minutes. Pinch me. This is so cool. I'm so excited. All right. I've got chat set up so I can still see you guys even while I'm watching. We should be good to go. So, couple more minutes and then we'll do it. I know the internet's about to break. I will be super sad, like, if I have nothing but buffering issues. Like, there's no excuse for that, really. If BTS can simulstream a live concert to over 750,000 fans simultaneously, then Amazon should be able to not break when these episodes drop. I guess we're about to find out, right? Happy Rings of Power Day! Welcome, guys! I'm already live over on YouTube. So if you're on TikTok and you want to join me over on YouTube, link is in my bio. It's the top link in the Linktree. It'll take you directly to the stream. You won't even have to search for me. If you'd like to do that, please do. I will probably end... Well, will I end the TikTok live? What do you guys think? Should I end the TikTok live and just be here on YouTube when we start things off? I think it'll be super out of context theater, and I'm not going to be paying attention to like 2 chats at once and watching. So it probably is best that I quit the TikTok live. We'll just keep it on YouTube. We'll keep it on YouTube. Let's not stress out my Wi-Fi that much. Hey, thank you so much, Oogie Boogie. Yes, my friend daddy shirt. Netherlands has it on now, huh? I don't believe it's here yet for me. Episodes. Yeah, it won't let me click on episode 1. There's a play button on episode 2. But there's not one on episode 1. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Okay, I'm going to head out of here over on TikTok. If you guys want to join over on the other live stream, please tap the link in my bio. The very first link will take you over to my YouTube channel, and you can sync up if you'd like to watch with me over there. So thank you guys over on TikTok. I will be doing another live soon, where I'll be doing another calligraphy practice. So if you're here for Elvish names, I will be doing that soon, promise. But thank you guys over on TikTok. I will see you over on YouTube. Bye! Okay. Oh, okay. That's done. Okay, the phone is off. Ba-ba-ba-bum. It's playing! Okay, it's playing! Where is it for me? No, it's only playing the, Oh, there it goes. Okay, okay, we got it. Okay. So, bringing up the timer. I have queued up episode 1. Anyone excited? Let's do this! Alright. Let's count it down, okay? Hopefully everyone's got it up. Everyone's up and ready? Okay, we're up. We're good. Alright, let me really quickly on OBS. We're gonna turn off the music. There we go. Okay. Should be good to go. Everything's synced up. Cool. Alright. So. Here we go, guys. It is now 6 p.m. Let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, it's loud. This is gonna be amazing. I'm already having buffering issues. It's fine. Okay. I'm so excited. Please tell me it's supposed to be a black screen this whole time. Okay. What a great opening line, nothing is evil in the beginning. Oh my god, the redhead, is that Mithros? Is the redhead Mithros? It's gotta be. Little ginger kid with freckles has gotta be Mithros, right? Oh my gosh, child Galadriel! Oh my gosh. Yeah, you tell him, Galadriel. Nice surround sound? Go for it. I love that her paper boat is still like a swan boat. Ah, that's so cute. Is she gonna punch a bitch? Kids are mean. Oh, Finrod. That's a cute way of putting it for a kid. That a stone sees only downwards. That's really cool. This actress is fantastic. Oh, what's he whispering? Oh, that's sad and foreboding. Finrod, why you gotta do her like that, saying I won't always be here? Don't say shit like that. Not entirely accurate, but... Ooh, here's the money shot. Oh my god, looking at Valinor. I know things are gonna go so wrong right now. Oh gosh, that shadow of him. Yeah, let's gloss over. Let's gloss over the entire kinslaying thing. Middle Earth. Oh, whoa! Dragons and eagles immediately. Well, dragons and eagles, that means this is the War of Wrath. Whoa. I did not hear what he just said. Yeah, War of Wrath did a number. Unless that was another battle and it was just sort of alluding to... But, I mean, the Eagles and Dragons didn't really get involved until the War of Wrath. Eagles didn't do much of anything for the elves, except for, like, you know, getting a couple of elves out of tight spots. Yeah, no kidding. Fear. The way she trills her R's. Enter the orcs. Yup. Sauron. Sauron. The way she trills her R's. He didn't exactly seek out Sauron. It's okay. Interesting. Good swell with the music. Okay. So, not the Helcaraxe, it's the Forodwaith. Yeah, I knew if this icy scene was not going to be the Helcaraxe, it would definitely be the Forodwaith. So, that makes sense. This is not a safe thing to do. I just feel the need to point that out. I mean, these elves are badass, but they aren't using any, like, line pulley systems like they should with safeties and stuff. He doesn't look too happy. Thank you, Zoe. That's a cool thing that they haven't seen orcs for a long time. Ooh, she's not liking that. Just that tiny look of intensity in her eyes, and you know, like, she is not down with it. She's like, plan rejected. Okay, good. Something got through to her. I'm like, you don't leave a fellow elf behind. That ain't the way to go. Thank you so much, Zoe. I love that he just put his hand in the fire and was just like, my hand can't feel anything. The torches give off no warmth. That was the wonderful thing about the Forodwaith and Angband and all of these places. They were lands of extremes, extreme cold and extreme heat. That was like the cool thing about them. And about creatures like Gothmog, the Balrogs. They were creatures of flame, but their beings, the Ainur that were inside them, could have had any other part to play in the song. Where's the easy button? That was easy. That door really didn't stand for long, did it? Ooh, these caverns look like they're just carved out of obsidian. Very Orthanc. I like seeing a skull that has, like, the sharpened teeth. Like, it's obviously not a human skull. Or elven. Ooh, okay. Oh, and this is the bit that we saw in the promos. Psst. The juxtaposition of heat and cold is something that's, like, so indicative of Sauron's character. One whose very hand is flame unquenched. So good. Further north? Yeah. Laying in wait is more likely. That moment of softness. That sense of loss and grief really came through there for a couple seconds. Well done, Morvith. Hey, Scone Mistress. Press X to break the wall. Yeah, no kidding. Oh! he trilled his L's too, or his R's too. Oh, I like that move. Throw the torch out so you get, like, light as it's approaching. Ooh! Ooh, ouch! Ooh, gnarly. I love that Galadriel's like the one who pretty much single-handedly brought him down. And done. I would have preferred that to be more of a team effort instead of just Galadriel. Ooh, mutiny! Ooh, okay, okay. It's like Rufio drawing the line in the ground. Nice bit of black speech in the music there. Are you leaving, Gray? Bye, Gray. What an intro. I love the gold embossing. What a great effect, the gold embossing on the map there for the title of Rovanion. Like it. I don't get the big moose thing. We'll learn. I'm patient. That's gotta be, like, just not good for your movement. Oh, dangerous Harfoots. You're making it up, yeah. I guess they're using those to make themselves appear bigger to any predators that might come out. I love that. They just pop out of holes in the ground. Something that small would not have made that deep of a tone, but I'll allow it. I love the instrumentation. I haven't listened to the music yet either. It's all new. It's all new to me. Oh, they've used a wonderful combination of instruments. Ooh, those look pretty and tasty. Edible flowers. I love that the Harfoots have their own, like, written language, and it's more pictographic. Looks like the hunters and the hunted there. The lady on the far left looks familiar. She looks familiar. I know I've seen that face before. Look at the bunnies. Ugh. Nori. I mean, she's right. They really pulled in some fun instruments. We've got like a penny whistle in the back there. Getting a lot of Gaelic vibes with the instrumentation, but also there are certain percussive instruments that they're using that are more along... Oh, poor Poppy. They're using things that are used in a lot of African music, too. It's a fun combination. Oh, wow. Now that is a frickin' berry thicket. Hell yeah. Berries are tasty, though. Like, I feel them so hard right now because blackberries... My mouth is watering. Oh, what did you find? Oh, that's not a good track. Just a dog, she says. Knowing full well that ain't the case. Expected mushrooms. Yeah, trust those instincts, girl. Beastie. Hello, Beastie. Ah! That's Elrond. I did translate this. Animal is what he crossed out. Won't be permitted? Elf lords only. Wait a sec. Now, I know some people don't like these forests, but I actually really like them for Lindon. Capital of the High Elves. True, but it was more than just the High Elves living there. Like, it was a real big space. It's only later that the Sindar decided to move elsewhere. And the Feanorians. Aww. I love that. Oh, Elrond longing for it. That's so sweet. Ooh. I can't wait to pause that and translate it. Beautiful architecture. That dress looks really heavy, actually. Difficult to move in. Ooh. Insolence. Accurate, though. Everyone's got a keen mind. I like them having a friendship, but Elrond still being kind of on the outside of things. There are several reasons why they might play it that way. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm cool with it. Yeah, court dresses are... Blah. That long train. You could tell it was difficult for her to walk in that dress. Ooh, snails. Yeah, how dare you think of anything that might be going on outside our bubble? Hmm. I love the echoes that we see of the hobbits. It's really cool to see basically hobbits before they set their roots down, because they would still be very insular. See, wheel's supposed to be round. Not counted amongst the most wise, right? With the... Those berries look so good. This is the background of my desktop right now. The waterfall with the trees. Was Elrond just lip syncing his words there? Like, did he write the speech? Ooh, bold words, Gil-galad. It is really cool to see his costume, like, move. I love that costume of his. With Aran Enyor in the runes across the front chest piece. That's the name of Manwe in Sindarin. And you can see there's beaded runes on his sleeves, too, and those spell out Elbereth. This is why you watch with me. Right. That's their reward? Why would you choose that? Okay. Why would you send your warriors away? Like, you must be really thinking that there is no trouble on the horizon. Gil-galad was far more cautious than that. I don't think he would have sent his greatest warriors over west. But, I mean, it wouldn't be the only mistake he's ever made, so... Dude, the butterfly fireworks! What? Wanty, we need to up our fireworks game. Because, yes, please. And I know a lot of people were like, why do all the elves have the Feanorian stars on them? We can just view it as starlight being an elvish thing. That's their recurring thematic element, is starlight. Hi, Gray. That looks like such a sad face for Finrod to be carrying in like, you know, effigy there. Ooh, I wonder who those other two were supposed to represent. Because what other elves would have passed and actually been buried there, like, in early Second Age? Yes, we are watching episode 1. The timer down here is where I'm currently at in the episode, if you'd like to sync up with me. Fair. Oh, she's angry now. It's just the tension. Conflicted. And she's right. The moment of our complacency, it blinds us. Elrond is also right. I like the way the music died down and all you hear are the insects and bird calls in the back. Elrond's again not wrong. There's that bit of warrior Elrond. Thank you, Elrond. Aw, what am I to be without it? And he's like, you'll be what you've always been, my friend. That struck a chord. I already like their friendship, because it's an honest friendship. Ooh, and down to the Southlands we go. Humans. Hi guys, my name is Kris. This is Wizard Way. We are on episode 1 of the Rings of Power. If you'd like to sync up your video with mine, please sync up to the timer that is on the screen. I can't actually show what I'm seeing or, share what I'm listening to because copyright infringement, but this is as close as we can get to a watch party right now. Hopefully that will change. I do hope that will change. I love that he called the chess match right there. It's great. I mean, who has time to master a game like that if not an elf, right? They'd probably get bored with chess after a while. I know it's not chess, but, equivalent. He doesn't look too happy. Gosh, his ears look so good. Knife ears. You people. Just... Class act, Arondir. I mean, that diffused the situation. Well done. People got a lot of pent-up rage, though. It's not just a human failing, either. I love that you're here with me, Gray. My kitty's here with me. Special. Afraid their servers are gonna die. Yeah, Arondir is gorgeous, absolutely. And he's such a gracious actor in person. I got a selfie with him. He was super kind. Gently. We crush them gently. That's an interesting way of putting it. That's sweet that she traded to get some seeds for the flowers he's not seen since he was little. Suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Look at his face. Anything to report? Oh. No, I don't. What an insult to give to an elf that you smell like rotten leaves. Because... it did. It ended in death. Did they just name the other mouth Mellorn? Mellorn would be like beloved tree in Elvish. See, you do get a couple live translations. Mellorn would be like beloved tree in Sindarin. I like the more, it's wooden, but it's still carven. Beautiful architecture. That's a pessimistic outlook. I love that basically she's like an herbologist. She's basically like the apothecary. I love this kid so much. Hey, hey, curb that prejudice, young lad. The stones in the background look like they have a face. Sorry, that's just me. He's come to call upon you. Yeah. Let's see, don't do the silent thing, bro. Alrondir won't say the words. Gotta put your mouth where your is, if you know what I mean. Oh. Yep, that's one way to announce to everyone. Oh, bye, Gray. Oh, yikes, that is some black ichor there, holy cow. If you or anyone you know has been lactating black goo, you may be entitled to compensation. Yikes. That's pretty gnarly, I'm just saying. Holy cow. One of the pointies. Oh dear. Is this the sword hilt? It sounds like it. Yeah. It's got some heft to it. That's like heavy iron. Oh, it's so cool to see the broken sword up close now. And given their background with Sauron, it's interesting to see people who are just sort of automatically sympathetic towards Sauron rather than the opposite. I think that's good. Galadriel does not look very happy about going west. Bye, Gray. Okay, so Gil-galad was being... He does think that Sauron is still there. He's just not willing to act at the moment. Okay. There he is. Come on, knock it out of the park, Charles Edwards. Come on. Back to the Harfoots. Okay. Yeah, you might be a couple seconds ahead. Oh yeah, I need to pause my timer really quickly for a couple seconds. There we go. I've matched it up again. It's because my video keeps buffering. Every few seconds I get a little hitch. It's probably just my internet connection. So, there we go. Sorry, guys. It's just because my video keeps buffering a little bit. That's the insidious nature of Morgoth and Sauron. Sauron is cunning. You can be a good person and still fall under his sway. Like, the two aren't mutually exclusive. Oh. Now I see fire. Wow, that's worse than I thought. Okay. The Sundering Seas. Oh, I like that transition that they did. Well done. Going flat and then turning the map into the ocean. That was nice. That was nice. Why on earth would you be standing at attention? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Oh, I like just the way everything is connected with pins and just the little details in the armaments. She's like, nope, not the dagger. And they're just like, let it go. I understand the concept of not wanting them to come armed back into Valinor, given the way that they left. With all the bloodshed of the kinslaying and everything. I love the choral music and the way it's shifting in the mix. I want to know what kind of birds those are. Oh, that's beautiful. And he was singing in the background there, too. It's an interesting way of personifying the light of Valinor, especially given the absence of the two trees. But the elves weren't allowed to go all the way to Valinor. When they returned, they had to go to Tol Eressëa. I love that clarinet. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I love that visual of everything being pulled in. Like, you can see the rain, but then it's almost like there's a gravitational pull into the light. Makes it kind of like, you know, death almost, right? Is she gonna jump ship? I bet she's gonna jump ship. And that's how she ends up in Numenor. That would make sense. Ents! So excited about the Ents. It's... Oh, I love that she's crying as she makes the decision. And there she goes. That's such an interesting way of putting it, like them going onto the plain, the narrow path that then leads to Valinor. Yeah, have fun swimming for who knows how long. It's a good thing you're an elf. Ooh. Alright, so now we have all the things happening at once here. Yes, if you have a spare moment, please boop the like button for me. And even if you decide that you're not going to watch with me, if you could leave the stream open just to give me some watch minutes, that's super helpful. And Meteor Man. And here it really does look like they... Okay, and end of episode 1. I'm gonna let the credits play as we chat for a sec. Oh, nope. Or not. And it's automatically playing episode 2. Let me pause it. Okay. I've paused it, so we're going to stop the counter here. That really was just 1 hour exactly, huh? Alright. So I'm going to clear this, and we will start episode 2 in a few minutes. But I do like that the... Oh, it sounds like my vacuum is going. I'll have to fix that. It looks like they really sort of tried to show the light of Valinor as being similar to the light that is emanating from Meteor Man as well. There's a lot of parallel there. They used the same hue of light and everything. Did I recognize the young Galadriel? Yes, I did, Dawn. Makes me so happy. I'm like, she owns our merch! That's so cool! Yeah, I posted about that, I think, like, really late last night. Because she looked so pretty at the premiere. I don't know how to properly say her name. Is it Amelie? Or Amelie? but she's such a cute young woman. She owns our merch. I know, like that's exactly it. It's super thrilling. Okay, so definitely seeing some overlap there between the Light of Valinor and the direction that the meteor was coming from did look like it was coming from the Undying Lands. So I think there's some crossover there. We'll obviously see a little bit more of this in a couple minutes, but I wanted to give everyone a couple minutes to take a bio break. So we're going to, as Zoe likes to say, we're going to pull over the bus. If one person gets off, we all get off. So we're going to take a bit of a bio break. It'll just be a couple minutes long. If you need to use the restroom, if you need to grab a drink, now is the time to do so. And then we will do another countdown and start episode 2. So let's bring this over. All right, I'm going to turn the music back on. Oop. And we will jump over to a BRB screen. So I'll be back in a couple minutes and we'll continue with episode 2. Thank you guys for being here. Go grab some snacks. It's snack time, okay? I'll see you guys in a minute. Why on earth does it do that? Hi again. Thank you for saying so. My goodness, I don't know why it defaults to that. I'll have to look into why it's doing that. It didn't used to do that before. So, welcome back, everybody. I'm not done snacking, but I thought I would come back in and just let people filter back in, so people can see that I'm still live. I'm not. We're not going anywhere. Hey, Dawn. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's pretty late by you. It's already 10 p.m. over on the East Coast. I will totally enjoy the second episode. Thanks, Dawn. Bye. Bye, friend, and I will see you tomorrow for a project that I can't talk about. Y'all just have to wait and see. We're busy behind the scenes. Dawn, me, honestly, all of us content creators are super busy right now. Oof, early morning. That's right, I'm mixing up my days again. The secret project is on Saturday, not Friday. I keep forgetting it's Thursday. Bye, Dawn. We're gonna have so much fun. Both on, I will be on Dawn's stream tomorrow, so if anyone is, peacing out for the night, I will be over on Dawn's stream tomorrow evening, which will be super fun. Yes! I can't wait to see who else is there. I'm sure he'll keep that a surprise. Don did say he was trying to get a bunch of people together to celebrate the premiere. So, we'll see who pops in. I'm excited. Please rest up, Don. Get some sleep, my friend. I have a feeling all of us are really, like, low on the sleep hours lately, so hopefully you get some rest, and good luck at the job tomorrow. Hey, it's going, Mistress. You'll be there. Yay! Okay. So what do we think? What do we think so far? I'm not, like, I'm very happy so far, but there are still things I'm a little critical on. Things that I'm like, it's an interesting reason of doing it, I guess, or way of doing it. My one moment that I was like, oh, was when he squeezed the teat of the cow and black ichor came out, like this gooey black stuff. Oh, no. No! I did not need to see that. I could have gone my whole life not seeing that. Yeah. I think my cow is sick. You think? Good God. No, thank you. That was my one squick moment. But some of the little moments of dialogue were really, really nice. Enjoying it more than you thought you would? That's cool. I'm one of those people, like, high hopes, dismally low expectations. I always just sort of assume that it's gonna be, like, really fucking terrible. And so when I get into the actual thing, I can appreciate what they did right while still being critical of what I feel, you know, my opinion, they didn't do fantastically. Do I think Gil Khaled supports BLM? I mean, irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. But probably. This is a safe space, though, yes. I have been looking over at chat with relative frequency, but I have not been reading every single comment, so shout out to my beautiful, beautiful friend Zoe, who has likely been wielding the ban hammer whenever necessary. I appreciate you, Zoe. It has exceeded the dismally low expectations. Yes, it has. But has it reached my hopes is the more accurate question. And so far it's done pretty well. It's done pretty well. I'm I know better than to judge the entire series based on the first 2 episodes. I do think it's paced a little slow, but something this large and epic is probably going to be a little slow in the beginning. We have to set up the world first, and that takes a lot of time, because there is a lot that, despite them having basically a prologue area where you have voiceover from Galadriel, which is very much echoing the PJ stuff. But she is our main character, so if we were going to have voiceover from anybody, it would be her. Despite them doing some of that, some of the telling rather than showing, a lot of this has been showing rather than telling. And I think that's a good move. It's good to jump around a little bit and get to know the different areas and the different characters and the different cultures. I do like the juxtaposition so far between the simplicity of the Harfoots, thank you, Zoe. I know, you're such an angel doing stream things while you're taking care of your sick kiddo. I love you guys. I hope Rory's doing okay. Poor kid. But yeah, I think it's important to show the difference between, like, these very home and family-oriented Harfoots, that they're very insular in their society. The opposite is very clear between the Sylvan elves and the men in the Southlands. They have a background of having supported Melkor, or, you know, Morgoth and Sauron in the past, and so that's sort of cast a shadow over future generations, which, for elves, it feels like, you know, a few days back. For elves, the way elven memory works and the way they interact with people, like, they see generations of men come and go in the blink of an eye. And because of that, the elves remember all too clearly when these people's, you know, like, great-great-great-great-great-grandparents were supporting Morgoth. And so it's reasonable to see that elves would hold a bit of a grudge and would remember very keenly what is usually lost over several generations. So I like seeing a little bit of the conflict between Bronwyn and Arondir. The explanation that elves have artificers and not healers is a bit confusing. It is a bit confusing, and I'm curious if that's all elves or just the Sylvan elves, because it could be a way that they're distinguishing the Sylvan wood elves from the Sindar and the Noldor. So we could be seeing a difference in culture there. Because the way that it's typically explained in Tolkien is that you have the Hroa and the Fea. The Fea is your spirit, and the Hroa is your body. Now, for elves, the Hroa is not indestructible, but should it be should it be destroyed, their spirit is immortal. It's the Fea that lives forever, not the Hroa. So, because of that, it makes sense that they would look more to the spirit than to the body. So I think that's what they were going for with that. Is that... I think calling them artificers is a bit confusing. I think the terminology they decided to use is a bit... I think that's more difficult to understand than it should be. But Bronwyn so far, yeah, I'm enjoying her. She's looking out for herself, as you would have to. And Arondir needs to, like... He needs to say the words if he means the words. Can't just be like, I've said it in every way imaginable except for words. And it's like, well, obviously she needs the words, bro. So... Make up your mind. Make up your mind to explore yourself. Make up your mind. You have stories to tell. Yeah, artificers is a strange word for that. Yeah, it obviously is not Gurthang. That would have been a cool thing, but it would have been really hard to explain the lore behind Gurthang. Like, it would have taken an entire episode to explain just on its own, because you would have to go into, you know, Aeol and Maeglin, and, well, maybe not Maeglin. You could probably get away with just Aeol, but you'd have to go into the forging from Aeol, and the passing of hands so that it gets to Turin, and then all of the destruction and bad juju that happens because of that sword in Turin. The sass of many of the side characters is so good. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Melorn, who I believe was the friend of Arondir. I thought that he was great. I liked that. I like the other human kid in the Southlands. I'm blanking on that actor's name, but I know I've seen him before. I know I've seen him somewhere. Or maybe I haven't, and he just looks familiar for some reason. But I like there being some conflict and some difference of opinion between the Southlanders and, you know, what they basically are perceiving as elven overlords. You know, the elves are just trying to make sure that men doesn't fall to the influence of Sauron again, and that they actually look after the earth that they've been granted, the land that they've been given. But there's some bad blood there, and I think that's realistic. Because again, you know, humans, they would have forgotten and moved on from having that past of having supported Morgoth. The only reason that lingers is because the elves are there to keep enforcing it. And so there would be a push and pull there, and I think that's good. It's also good to see the elves as not just universally beloved, because they weren't, realistically. Like, the Númenóreans at first were, like, super, elves are amazing! We're descended from elves, it's awesome! But beyond them, other mortal men, they either didn't come into contact with the elves a lot, or if they did, like, they just didn't have anything in common with them. So I like seeing some nuance there. It's good. What color milk the Game of Thrones series is gonna introduce? Blah, blah, blah. Black milk is gonna be the blue milk from Star Wars. Oh god, that was not milk. That's black not milk. Got not milk? Alright, let's take a drink and then we're gonna get started, because I've been chatting for at least 15 minutes now. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so we got the timer ready. Is everyone synced up and ready to go? Give me a thumbs up in chat. Thumbs up or a heart. Just shove a heart in chat for me if you guys are ready for episode 2. Dark chocolate milk. Like, I mean, how dark? It's like 800% cacao. Or cocoa, right? No thank you. No thank you. I love me some dark chocolate, but that's a little intense. Roqueno! Welcome, thank you. Ready? Let's do it! Miranda, Emmett, thank you guys for being here. Let's do it! Episode 2. We got her queued. We got the timer ready to go. Okay. Alright, are we ready? Yes, we are ready. Okay, so we'll count down from 5 again if everyone's ready to go. Have it queued at 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, episode 2, Adrift. recap. I really love that visual effect of putting the mark of Sauron causing ice crystals because of the difference in temperature. That seems like a forced plot point there. I understand why they made her, like, almost go to Valinor, but still. I am still of the opinion that Celebrimbor was cast a bit older than I was expecting. Ah, the milk thing! No! No! But Charles Edwards is a fantastic actor, and I am absolutely giving him his chance to shine here before I cast judgment. All right, Meteor Man is a thing. Let's go. Oh, the timer stopped? It shouldn't have. Huh, it did. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm totally missing the intro. The sand stuff is a really cool visual. Okay. I'll try and fix it. Lindsay Weber, woo! I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to fix it. Why is it not working? Oh, it's so frustrating. I am gonna let the thing keep playing, but I'm gonna try and get this to work again. Galadriel definitely has, yeah, the technical difficulties song. Galadriel has a long way to swim. Good thing elves have enhanced endurance, right? It won't let me get the timer. When's the last time you talked to Ulmo? Oh, that's great. I can't get it to come back up, you guys. I don't know what happened. I'll try and make another graphic really quick. It's dead! Come on! Jump scare, though, like, sincerely. Oop. Whoa, there we go. Okay, it's back. Best I can do, guys. Sorry about that. You're not telling her. Okay, it is accurate to where I am. The counter is still accurate. Mm-hmm. What a great actor, and he has such a lovely voice. He's so nice to listen to. Oh. Bum. He's not a troll. Wrong ears and he's not handsome. Burn. That's a tomorrow problem. Aw, she took care of a baby eagle with a broken wing? I agree with Tori. The Harfoots have my whole heart. We need a little moment of levity. This is good. Someone partied too much. Yeah. Naked man in a whale cart. Such a vibe. Hashtag mood. Have you ever been there? Thank goodness I have not, but I know a lot of people who have. She's like, we're just gonna, you know, just cover him up and hope for the best. I like the cinematography, though. Little bits like just her eye coming through the hole in the fabric. Little stuff like that. And then that iconic shot. Why are you doing this? She's like the sassy gay friend. What are you doing? Look at your life. Look at your choices. Oh, that's sweet. Very, very Frodo-esque moment. I love these two. Oh, just the ones that can't keep the secret. Threats. Veiled threats. Got some Harfoot on Harfoot violence here. Poppy is the friend that would keep you grounded. Absolutely. We all need a friend like that. Take us out of our heads and pull us back to Earth a little bit. Yeah, this doesn't look too nice. Right, no one's responsible enough. Yeah, no bodies, no wounded. What happened here? Nothing good. This is probably where we're running into orc raid territory. He's having a brave moment. Let him have his brave moment. The opportunity to protect the person he loves. Okay, and there's that promo image of him. I don't think he's gonna like what he finds at the end of that temple there. Ooh. Eregion! Yes! Ooh, I like what they did with carving everything into the mountainside. Yes, please. That's so close to what I was envisioning. Oh, that's Feanor's hammer? I'm gonna say so much pain. I would believe that. I think it's great that he has an heirloom like that. Ooh, harsh on yourself. Ooh, I love that he has all of his plans just hanging. Like, oh, poor Elrond. He sent me you instead. And this is what I expected to happen. Because the elves needed the dwarves in order to make Eregion what it was. So this is quite accurate to canon. It would be. Oh, it's so good to see. I love that line. Well done. Salted pork and malt beer. No. Yes. Ram's horns, huh? Yeah. I like how open Celebrimbor is being played to working with the dwarves, because he absolutely did admire the dwarves for seeing and doing what they did to something so plain. Don't ask. If you have to ask, you don't want to know. I love seeing this, because this is where Elrond really did shine. He was a diplomat. Like, he was a leader of forces in war too. He was a warrior, but he started as a diplomat. So him being the one to make this connection between the elves of Eregion and the dwarves of Khazad-dûm, well chosen, well chosen. I love the beard protection. I'm sorry, like, that does it for me. I think it's so funny. Oh man, that's so nice. Yes. The light reflection. I was hoping they would do something like that to explain lighting that would be greater than just torchlight. Oh man, there's so much cool stuff to look at. Tiered agriculture. This is so good. Oh, I can't even imagine how cool this was in theaters. Doom! This is what I was looking forward to. They teased this at Comic-Con. He's like, rude. I love the laughter. I love this interaction. Broke into applause for Durin, as they should. He's probably going to be one of the best adaptations ever. I love this so much. But we know Elrond's got a, ace in the pocket, right? Oh, and that's basically where they ended the scene. I guess we don't get to see more of it. Dang! That was a pretty obvious green screen there. If it wasn't, then I'd be happy to be proven wrong. Yikes. I can't understand what's being said in the background. I love that she has gestures. Higgledy-piggledy. She's like, snail? I wonder what that prop food tasted like. What's his reaction gonna be? Not everyone has a palate for slimy food. I struggle with it. Crunch. It's just extra calcium. It's just a bunch of minerals. Yeah, crunch. Yeah, not slimy if you eat it with the shell. Then the slimy stuff is just the filling. That's the squishy filling inside. We love a good contrast in texture. Bunny Rabbit, I am not. The timer on the stream is where I'm at in episode number 2. Trying to make out what he was saying. Oh, that crunch of the ankle was painful to hear in headphones. Manna? Manna ure? Oh, and according to the closed captions. See, that would be smart. I'll watch it with closed captions the second time through. Ooh. Oh, she probably feels so guilty. I liked the way it was handled, though, by her mum. Or at least it seemed like her mum. Oh. Thank you, Poppy. Because they handled it really kindly with her. They were just like, you weren't here, but you're here now. It's like, you can't change what might have been in the past, perhaps, right? That's not a good sound. I can't even imagine how exhausted she is. How long has she been swimming at this point? Poppy has thorns. Get it. You have one dagger. Galadriel, don't throw away your shot. Where's Dawn? Ooh, okay. Existing shipwreck. Galadriel looks the same. Like, her face is the same color as the cloth, and that's not a good thing. Ooh. I sense some hefty PTSD. That laughter was for the comment in chat. I like the tie-in of the Corsairs. Aw, damn. Big beastie. That's pretty big. If it chomps the entire boat, she'll be glad she's not on it. Where's her dagger? Yeah. Oh, okay, so he was untying his own bit and pushing off. I got it. Yeah. I know, it's like such a big goldfish. She would be so delirious from exhaustion. I would forgive her for thinking she imagined this whole thing. Yeah, he did abandon the others to survive alone. Instinct, man. Is he Sauron? No, I'm just kidding. The online theories make me laugh. Yeah, pray to Ulmo, girl, like... Commander. That's what she should say. I'm called Commander. Yay, we get more! Hell yes, Elrond. I love that one of them was sleeping and just got startled awake. Yeah, if the tool breaks... I wonder if that said the same thing, the awake sleeping stone, that the one in the promo showed with Durin, or if that's a different hammer. Different inscription, maybe. I'll look it up after. Yeah, at least he didn't lose from a technicality. No, I appreciate that, for sure. You missed the wedding, Elrond? He's lived an entire life in that time. That is... perspective, Elrond. This is good. This is good. He's so hurt. Like, it wouldn't hurt if he didn't care. If he didn't care for Elrond at all, like, it wouldn't hurt at all. Apology only. No staying for dinner. I love it. I love Dissa with all my soul. He's staying. Oh, man. This is the cutest ever. A little narrowing of the eyes. Oh, that's so cute. Dissa totally wears the pants. But it's a partnership. That's what's so lovely about their dynamic. I love this. And she does have a beard. It's light and it's on the sides, but it's there. Lurking. Should have been at the wedding. Love it. Aule's beard, she says. Durin's pork was too salty. Aw. Oh my god, Elrond! How could it not grow in a home like yours? Oh god. The feels! Disa likes him. I said sit. It's okay to still be angry. I loved everything about that interaction between the three of them. Every single thing. I love how much of a partnership there is between Durin and Disa. I totally stan. Yeah, they were really human interactions. She's like, wait, orcs? Oh, she's invested now. That's a very nice moment there. Because an elf, especially Galadriel, would certainly understand. See, exactly. Love that. It would take your entire lifetime just to name my fallen compadres. Yeah. You can't just command everyone like that, Galadriel. That's not how it works. They're called the Free Peoples for a reason. Okay, and back to Bronwyn. Love the black speech lyrics. Very ominous. Yeah, these people don't have a really great past with the elves. I can appreciate that. Again, complexity is welcome. This kid's got a lot of rage. Like, wow. That's gonna be interesting to see how this develops. Ooh, good lord. No thank you. You've got orcs in your floorboards. Congratulations. It's not mice, right? I would freak out if that happened to me. And scratch marks. What's he pulling out there? Is that a tooth? Or a tool? Looked like a tooth. Yeah, poor people with claustrophobia right now. Just, close your eyes for a second and breathe. You are not in the tunnel. I love when they do that push zoom. Oh yeah, hell no. Hell no. Oh, it's a nail. Yeah, claw. Oh, there are the rats. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's a good thing elves have great night vision. Oh, all that debris, though, that would be killer. Get little tiny things stuck in your eyes because you're in, like, just really dirty water. Ooh, I like his blade. Are we gonna get a jump scare right here? Is this when it grabs? It's when it grabs him. Oh gosh. Foomp. Bloop. Ah, gosh. I love that you see it coming for just like 1 second. Yeah, I think everyone's having a bit of a rough time. Yeah, poor Bronwyn. Coming home just finding a hole after she saw what happened. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm glad he wasn't pulled into the hole. Oh dear, here we go. Had to close your eyes in the trailer. I love that just shift of leather kind of smell. That creaking leather sound that they put. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, the sound effects, man. I mean, they do smell man flesh, right? Jump scare. I'm like, I'm calling it right now. Oh! Yikes! Ah, the pepper powder. Tiny little knife. Oh, well done. Brava. Oh, and it's serrated. That's great. Teamwork. Oh, poor Theo. Theo's getting pretty bruised up. I would say, there's your trophy. Yeah, there's your frickin' proof. Hell yes. Go, Bronwyn. Yeah, that orc was scary. Yeah, elves have great strength, but I don't think any amount of strength is gonna save that little raft. See, you should have prayed to Ulmo. This is when having Osse as a friend would probably serve you well. Though honestly, it would be Uinen that you would really want the help of right then. Osse is the one who makes the really tumultuous seas, and Uinen is the one who saves the mariners. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Bye, Scone Mistress. I think that's sort of her recurring theme there. The pressure in his ears right then would be so hardcore. Oh, she's awake again. That's good. Respect. Yeah, dagger coming in clutch. Absolutely. And back to Harfoot's, yes? Sounds like, based on the music. I love that you can hear the sound of the tree shifting. It's the little details like that, you know? And this is what makes me think it's an Istari, because he's, you know, looking at the stars and, like, basking in them. That's something that only a Maya would do. Or an elf. He really does look menacing, though. He was starlight bathing? Rude. Okay, he's not so thrilled with the fire. That's a lot of fireflies. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like he's speaking little messages to them. You know fireflies die, like, really fast, right? I don't speak firefly. Definitely giving off Istari vibes. Speaking to fireflies and such. Less risk of forest fire? Probably. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Yeah, totally a Gandalf move. Oh. She cried for it. That's the sweetest thing ever. She cried for the firefly. Absolutely. Ooh, it's glowing. I say we're not going to get to see it there, just from the cinematography. They're going to keep that on the down low for now. I wonder when they're gonna make the connection between, like, the orcs being, you know, like, the dark creatures. Oh, okay. Blood activated? Okay. Oh, dame. Blood activated. I didn't see that coming. I love that it's pulling the shadows. It's pulling shadows out of nothing. love the use of music, the foreboding. It's not just the orcs to worry about, it's what's going on with the sword there. Leeches his life force, yeah. It very well could be doing exactly that. I mean, isn't that sort of the point of, like, Morgul blades? This kid's definitely gonna be trouble. He's got a lot of rage. And he's got an evil sword with the mark of Sauron on it. Like, I don't think things are gonna go so well for Theo. Maybe he ends up being one of the kings that becomes a ring wraith. All right. Oh, that's it? That's it? Okay, we didn't get to see Numenor yet, so... Okay. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna pause it. I can listen to the credit music anytime. Yeah, definitely a bad combo. Rage plus evil sword, not usually boding well. Definitely not boding well. Alright, we can stop the timer now. Okay, so... Angry teen with a weapon's not gonna end well. It's not gonna... We're gonna have to see how that progresses. Oh man, okay. It's definitely taking its time. I feel like this first season is really just going to be setting the scene. I have relatively low expectations when it comes to, like, huge action being taken, because we have a lot to set up here. We have to set up, we're seeing the alliance between elves and dwarves being forged here, and that's going to take a few episodes to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if this season ends with the creation of the Rings of Power. Maybe. Or them building Eregion and the big forge that Celebrimbor alluded to is made, but not yet kindled. It would be interesting if at the end of the first season they introduced Anatar as someone like, I can light the fire for you. But he said sassily, and with great innuendo. Sorry, sexy Sauron is a thing I am going to savor when it happens. But I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the things that we're going to be looking at, where the stage is set. So we know that Sauron is, alive, right? Especially based on the promotional images, we saw the black-haired person with the sword. And we have seen the orcs bowing down to someone. We don't know if that's just, higher-ranking orc, or if it's something worse than that. But I think that it will at least be alluded to that Sauron is there and commanding those orcs. I think it would be interesting if they don't show him much. Or if they do show him, in one form, to then show that form transform. Does that make sense? Like, if the dark-haired individual that we saw in the promotional image is Sauron and he is commanding the orcs in season 1. Excuse me. If that is what we see, then I would not be surprised if then, at the end of season 1, we see his character, but presented differently. Same actor, same person, same character, it is Sauron, but in a different guise. I think that setting him up as being this black-haired individual would make the transformation into Anatar even more impactful. So if he goes just complete opposite direction, I think that would be really interesting. So, I mean, common conception for Anatar is usually that he's very gold-oriented. Just golden-hued skin, golden blonde hair, or silvery hair in some cases. I think the Shadow of Mordor games had him as like a silver blonde. But blonde is typically the way that they go with Anatar. And I always like the visual of his eyes being fire-colored, but that's just me liking the tie-in with the Eye of Sauron, right? Lidless and wreathed in flame. That the eyes have that sort of element to them, even though they aren't the slitted evil version. Not when he's presenting as Anatar. So, yeah, I feel like there's potential there. I do like the way Celebrimbor was presented. Yeah, lame person, I was just saying that. You like Celebrimbor, the way he waxes poetic about art. Because he would! He totally would. He totally would. I mean, his uncle was Maglor, for fuck's sake. Like, the second greatest elven bard in existence was his uncle. So... And I think he was on better terms with Maglor and Maedhros than he ever was with his father. And Celegorm. So, yeah, I could totally see him taking on some of that poetic quality. But just, that's a true artisan. I love the way he put the lines that he had about truly appreciating and admiring the dwarves for seeing something more out of something, so plain, rocks lying about them. And they create these amazing fortresses, these underground havens. And, I love that we saw Khazad-dûm, that we saw Khazad-dûm as this thriving community, because we really do just see the ashes of it in Lord of the Rings. And so it's really good, I think, to see it in more of its prime. Because I always envisioned there would be greenery, that they would somehow still manage to utilize light and do some sort of agriculture. They would have to, right? Dwarves don't just eat rocks. I mean, unless that's the mechanic they decided to go with. But I mean, the only indications we get is that they eat normal food, right? If they eat normal food, they have to have some way of doing agriculture, or else they would be living above ground. So I really like how they took that and ran with it. So they have like the terraced, the steppe agriculture. The terrace agriculture. I know there's a proper term for that, but the things when you're doing agriculture on a slope like that. I really like that they utilized that, and the way they used the gigantic mirrors, which are probably just polished silver or copper, but reflecting the light down in order to utilize it for the realm. I think that's brilliant, and that's what needed to be done. I was hoping that we would get more like that. The moment I saw the promo image of Khazad-dûm, I was really excited, because I was just like, yes, they put I'm like, there's green there. It made me really happy. Costumes felt a bit cartoony and not so serious. I agree with that to a certain extent. To a certain extent, I totally get that. Because, yeah, there were several times where, like, even the more ornate ones, like the gown that Galadriel was wearing in the first episode when she's meeting up with Elrond and she changes out of her armor and stuff. Like, I love the dress, but even that one is almost simplistic, even in its, high-end couture elegance. So yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's totally fair. That the costumes are a little bit generic. I think there are details there that are great. You look at Elrond's cloak and the way it, I'll take a look at various shots later on and see if I can get a good shot of everything. But looking at Elrond's robe, it had, the runes on the back of it. And from what I could see before, it looked like it had Eärendil, or Eärendilion, so son of Eärendil, on his cloak. And I think that would be a really cool detail. There were also all of the leaves on the blue part of Galadriel's dress. When you looked at the train as it was flowing out behind her, that was also really pretty. Gil-galad's costume is... I love that costume. I really do. I look forward to seeing him in something else, but I really do love that golden costume of his with all of the runic embroidery on it. Because I think, embroidering the names of your gods onto your clothing is kind of cool. I think that was a really fun detail. So I think there's still potential there. Durin's costume, also really cool. And honestly, like, the highlight of both of these episodes for me was the interaction between Elrond, Durin, and Disa. That is by far my favorite bit so far. I really, really enjoyed that. So I can't wait to see more of the three of them. I totally stan them. I ship it. I poly ship it. I absolutely poly ship it. Maybe ceremonial boob armor. One of the dwarven women in the background of the competition wore boob armor. I mean, like, you gotta protect the ladies, okay? Why do you think cod pieces exist? What are they protecting? When, we are still talking mammals here. Dwarves are still mammals, therefore, breast milk is a thing for the nursing of children. And they certainly don't have formula, right? They don't got formula in Khazad-dûm, so we gotta do it the manual way, which means these become important. Hi, Alana. Everyone say hello to my kitten bit. This is Alana. You stayed away for the majority of it, kitten. Just coming in at the end. She's like, and you're free to cuddle now. Yes, cuddles now. Good girl, kitten. She's such a sweetie. Yeah, the conversation between Elrond and Celebrimbor about the Silmarils was also really good. I liked that insight of Celebrimbor's, that the rumor that Morgoth got the Silmarils and for days all he could do was just stare into them, and that he was swayed. That it took a tear falling onto the Silmaril and seeing his own reflection to snap him out of it. I really like that. I really, really like that element. Because it again plays on the very first line of the show, which is not all things... nothing is evil in the beginning. That Morgoth himself was also not evil in the beginning. That he made a choice to rebel and pursue this thing, but even he could be swayed. Surprised to learn what was it? Sorry. The story Celebrimbor told. Yeah, he could do nothing but stare into the Silmarils for weeks. That's exactly it. It felt so natural and right that you assumed it was from the books. Yeah, it's non-canonical, but that's a good piece of writing right there. And that's honestly my biggest hope for the series. My biggest hope for the series is that we see a nuanced bad guy, because your series is only ultimately going to be as good as the bad guy ends up being. You have to show a nuanced bad guy, or else it just becomes a very disconnected, much like, as much as I love the Peter Jackson films, they weren't necessarily about Sauron, right? Like, the ring was there, and that was a thing, and it was an evil influence, and, but you just see an eye, and that's like their visual representation of the enemy. But that's all you really get to see. And so we don't get a full view of the depth and nuance of Sauron, not in the Peter Jackson films, because that's not what The Lord of the Rings is about. But when you look at the Second Age and the interaction of Sauron personally with all these different people and how he is integral to the plot, I think that my biggest hope here is that they show a really three-dimensional Sauron. Originally, when they announced they were making a series out of the Second Age, my first knee-jerk reaction was, I hope they tell it from Sauron's perspective. because Sauron is involved in all the things that happen, all the major events that happen. He's the only common thread in all of the major events that happen in the Second Age. And so I was like, dude, what if they told it from Sauron's perspective and we got to see like his motivations and his relationship with Morgoth and like how Morgoth giving up at the end of the First Age, both disheartened him from their shared purpose of wreaking havoc, but also ultimately is what spurs him on to continue the work, and what that work is and why they are doing it. That someone has to be darkness in the world in order to contrast the light, and that is the role that they play in the theme and in the music. Another detail that I really loved was the way Dissa talked about the incantations that they do, that they sing to the stones. I think that's because that's non-canonical too. But the reason I love that so much has very little to do with the dwarves and everything to do with the world building that Tolkien did in the beginning. Because the whole world is constructed from song. And so I have this theory in my head, specifically when it comes to the elves, but dwarves as well, any creature, that musicality and song, being a bard, potentially makes you one of the most powerful creatures to walk the earth. Those who can manipulate song can manipulate the world around them based on the magic of what created the world in the first place. So if you have skill, you see bards like Maglor and Daeron, these elven bards that are, said to be the greatest of their craft ever. They could produce magic through song. Daeron silences the entirety of Doriath at one point in his grief because he's so aggrieved that Luthien runs off with Beren that he casts a spell and the wood falls silent. And how eerie and disconcerting that is. That's a great show of power in its own way. And for that to happen just because of grief, like imagine that sort of power being utilized by others. So I feel like there is wonderful connection there with Dissa and the dwarves singing to the stones and gleaning wisdom from that. Because everything is song, you can learn things through song in this world that you wouldn't necessarily expect to. So I really liked how they worked that in, because it's very true to the original world building that Tolkien did. So I'm really happy about that. Remember in Fellowship of the Ring, Legolas listening to the rocks in Holland, longing for the elves. Oh gosh, I don't remember it, but it's been so long, I really need to reread The Lord of the Rings. I am going to try to do my reading streams again, despite them being technically not allowed, according to the Tolkien estate. But I do try to interject as much commentary as I can to make it more than, like, I'm not just recording an audiobook here. I'm not just reading it. I'm giving you guys my opinions and connecting it to other things that we've read. And so if you are joining me now for the first time and you haven't been here for my other live streams, we did do read-throughs of the Silmarillion, the Lays of Beleriand, and The Hobbit. So we've covered all the main texts, apart from The Lord of the Rings. So we'll have to dive into that pretty soon. Hello there! I'm so excited. So ultimately, when I would give this a rating, like, currently I'd put it at an 8. 7.5 to 8. It's not perfect. I don't think it's perfect. But even the decisions that I'm like, that I'm squinting my eyes at and, head cocked to the side, even those, I feel like they have a greater purpose. And there are just a couple plot things that it's very obvious they were doing that to force the character into a certain position. Galadriel. If they wanted Galadriel to somehow be in Numenor, the only way to really do that would have been to try and send her to Valinor for some odd reason. I do think that's odd. But that's how you get Galadriel to Numenor. Like, that would be the only way. Because why on earth would she be on a ship otherwise? So, it makes sense what they did. I just, that's a tough storytelling bit to do. To get Galadriel to Numenor. So, that was a bit clunky to me. But I'm okay with it. The thing about this is, even when I have criticisms, it would take something really egregious to make me say this ruins the series for me. It's a deal breaker. It would take a lot. It would take a lot to do that. So I'm still critical, and there are things that I didn't really care for, but they don't break the world for me. And there were some things that were excellently done, and we talked about them. So I think it's a good balance so far. Episode 2, definitely better. I agree. Episode 1, 7.5 seems about accurate to me too. And I would put episode 2 at like an 8.5. Maybe 9. 8.5 though. Second episode had a lot of really good stuff in it. Like, really. and I do agree with Tori. Tori, who... I know she's on TikTok, but she's also... she plays Tinel on Dawn Marshall 72's TTRPG Middle-earth. It's called The Unpredicted Party. It's basically a D&D campaign, but Middle-earth, and it's what if they took the Eagles to Mordor, and all the madness that that ensues. She plays one of the characters in that roleplay series. And her one sentence review of the first 2 episodes was, "The Harfoots have my whole heart." And I agree. They are the sweetest. I mean, Poppy crying over the firefly. Like, my heart. So sweet. And what a fantastic actress, too. I really like the banter between Poppy and Nori. Didn't even occur to Elrond. Yeah, I loved the interaction because, yeah, it was probably Mithril. Yeah, that's what we can kind of assume. But yeah, it didn't even occur to Elrond. Because it is a blink, and I like that he used that, that Durin used the phrasing. It might be a blink of an eye to an elf, but it's not that to us. It's not that, it wasn't that to me. You've missed half of my life. And that's inexcusable. And just poor Elrond being slapped in the face with that. But just instantaneous, like, that was, of course, never his intent, but intent versus impact. And I loved that Elrond's response to that, to being told, "You have hurt me," was not to give empty apologies, because he does apologize, heartfelt apology. But it's not just words that are spoken. He then tries to immediately mend what he inadvertently broke. And I think that's great. It's just really good communication. He apologized. He didn't look for an excuse, because there wasn't one to be had. There wasn't a good excuse. And just saying, well, it's a blink of an eye to my people. It's not an excuse. If you're dealing with people who aren't your people, then you need to think of someone other than yourself. And so I like that he didn't just give empty platitudes. He didn't just placate him and move on. You thought the Arkenstone too? I don't know about the Arkenstone. I mean, it could have been, but I don't think so. I don't think they would tie that in. This is around the time that Mithril would be the big thing. Because Mithril... The thing with Mithril is that not only was it just discovered by the dwarves in around this time period, we aren't given, like, a firm timeline of when Mithril became a thing, and when it was discovered. But it became... I don't know if it was initially discovered in Khazad-dûm, canonically or not, but when they do discover it in Khazad-dûm, it becomes their entire mining obsession. It becomes the thing that Khazad-dûm is known for, is the mithril, and the mining of it and the transforming of it into a workable material, into great, beautiful things of armor, working mithril into weaponry. But also, the other thing that's important is that mithril was transformed into something more because of their connection to Celebrimbor. Celebrimbor is the one who made Ithildin. Ithildin being the material that is on the invisible door into Moria. So the doors of Durin were made with Ithildin, and Ithildin was crafted by Celebrimbor using the mithril of Khazad-dûm. So it is a symbol of that collaboration. And so I like that, if we're setting up mithril, which is a possibility here, I like that, we're going to see that collaboration between them. And I think it would be really good to see the tension that arises when the dwarves and their ideals are met with Celebrimbor and his ideals, and what he wants to do. And I think, despite there being a great friendship between the dwarves and elves in this time period, I think that a certain amount of friction would be good and would be accurate. Because Celebrimbor has his own agenda. And it's not, an ill-meant agenda, but it's different from the dwarves. And I think that it would be good to show that. So I think that's it for me tonight. I am really excited, and the interaction, I loved the Elrond and Celebrimbor moment, and I really liked the Elrond, Durin, and Disa. Fantastic chemistry between those three actors. Rob Aramayo. Rob Ar, oh my. Oh. Oh my. Don't say gay, say Takei. I can't wait to see more. I'm really excited. So I will be doing these watch parties. I plan on doing this every week. So it will be at a different time next week, because next week we premiere later. The episodes go live at 9 p.m. Pacific and midnight on Eastern Coast of the US. So I will be doing live streams. I'll probably start at least a half hour, if not 1 hour beforehand, so that I can share any information, stuff that I found from the first episode, because now I get to rewatch it 2 or 3 times. And when I do that, I will pick out all of the Elvish that I can translate, and I'll have a lot of fun doing that, trust me. So, yes, but that means that I'll be starting around 8. Let's just say 8. 8 p.m., and that will be next Thursday night. 8 p.m. Pacific. So I know that's going to be late for an awful lot of people, especially over on the East Coast, and then, hopping the pond to the UK and Europe. But if you happen to be awake, that's great. If you're not and you wait, it means that if you want to, you can queue up the permalink of the live stream that I do, and you can still watch it live with me. Again, you'll just want to sync it up to the clock here. And I'll try and keep that clock as accurate as possible. That's the goal. Why do they have to be so late? It's because things are supposed to just premiere on a day, and that means at midnight. So they aren't trying to release it like a TV show, like on television, where it would be, primetime television, which would probably mean 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern, or something like 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, 1 a.m. your time zone. Oh wow, so you're Atlantic time zone. That's a bummer. So I don't expect everyone, like, from your time zone, I don't expect you guys to stay up that late, because you'll be watching me for a bit, and then even beyond that, you'll have to watch the actual episode, and then there's a cooldown period here for us. So, yeah. At least the streams won't be quite as long, because this one was definitely longer, having 2 episodes to get through. But there's a lot for me to enjoy. I'm going to rewatch this 2 or 3 times, and then I'll take some screenshots and do some translations. Because we had the note. We had the journal entry that Elrond was doing, which I already translated. That's up on my Twitter post already. And then we had a couple other things that were done in Elvish that I could definitely sink my teeth into. I know there was the note with the mark of Sauron on it. I want to see what that says. And then the plans in Eregion, the plans for the tower that Celebrimbor wants to build. Those plans were also written in Elvish, and I want to translate it. So I have some work to do, and I'm happy to do it. Cries in European, I know, I'm sorry. But I'll be doing it when it goes live, just because it's convenient for me, honestly. That's the motivation behind it. It's a very convenient time for me. It doesn't clash with anything else in my schedule. So I'm able to live it, and then the permalinks will be up the following day after we finish the initial live stream, so you can rewatch it, and it'll be like I'm in the room with ya. There just won't be live chat, unfortunately. But leave comments. Leave comments. If you end up, like, watching the permalink, leave me a couple comments about, like, the favorite things that you had or a couple complaints you had, as long as you're not cruel in your comments. Like, I don't mind criticism. I'm totally okay with criticism as long as it's just well thought out criticism. And it's okay if you just give your opinion. Like, I really didn't like this. It's like, okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. But I do tend to be on the positive side in general. Because I'll look at the things that I like, and I will want to uplift those things and concentrate more on them just naturally than I do on the stuff that I don't care for. Because what am I going to do? The stuff that I don't like? It's too late now. It's too bad. I don't get to change it. So I just think it's wasted energy if I concentrate too much on it. Atlantic Canadian. Yeah. You'll be watching the reruns. That's perfectly fine. And I'm sure I'm going to be on plenty of other live streams. I will be on Don Marshall's live stream tomorrow night, which I believe he was doing at 8 p.m. Eastern. So 8 p.m. Eastern. It's not too late for you. It'll be 5 p.m. my time. So I'm going to go live with him. And I don't think we're doing any watching of the episode unless he queues up clips, which he very well might. If he does, that'd be super cool. If not, it'll just be me, him, and whomever he managed to get to come out. There will apparently be several other guests, but that's the After Power Hour, which I believe he's going to try to do regularly. If not on Friday, then he was originally planning on Monday. So at least one time after each episode, and I will definitely let you guys know the schedule for that when I know it from him. Give Don a break. He started a new job. And it's a great job. He's got a great job. But it's going to take up a lot of his time. As it should. You had it muted most of the time. That's perfectly fine. I appreciate you being here. I really do. And I'm really happy that I got to experience this, and my partner is here in spirit. She would be super harsh. Sandra was many things, but tactful with her criticism she was not. So she would have been ripping this thing to shreds. But I do know she really would have appreciated the Celebrimbor moment when he was talking about Melkor, Morgoth. And I know she really would have loved the interaction between Disa Durin and Elrond. She would have loved that. So I can't wait to do this again. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow over on Don Marshall 72's channel. We'll be doing the After Power Hour. Then I have another project that I'm working on with Dawn on Saturday, and then on Sunday I'm going to be on... I think it's That's What I'm Tolkien About. It's a podcast, and I've been invited on the podcast to chat about the show and my thoughts, so I'm excited. By then I will hopefully have things, have the screenshots and the translations, so I'll be working on that. I also have other translations because this is what I do, so... Thank you to everyone who has commissioned me for Elvish pieces. I will be a little slower than usual just because of the series and content creation, but I'm really excited to continue some of these projects. Thank you so much for being here, Zoe. You are such a sweetheart. Thank you for wielding the banhammer when necessary, and just, I really hope Rory feels better. I really hope he recovers quickly from whatever he's got. Hope that fever breaks. So I know you have a long night ahead of you, and thank you so much for spending part of it with me. So I will see you guys next time. I'm going to click the music back on. There we go. And we'll go to the exit screen in a couple seconds. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for watching with me, or even just reacting to my reactions without context. Hopefully you learned a couple little things. And just, I love pointing out when I feel like things are very true to canon or true to the intent of the canon. So I hope you guys are enjoying things as much as I am. So even though there are definitely criticisms, this was not perfect in any way, shape, or form. There were moments of brilliance, and I think that that's what we need to be concentrating on as we move forward. Thank you so much, Emmett. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch with people who have a much deeper knowledge of the lore. Me, Dawn, Knew Better, Do Better. I mean, and certainly Corey Olsen. I know Dr. Corey Olsen, who is the Tolkien professor, he has a show that he's doing once a week after each episode comes out. So definitely look him up. I think it's called Rings and Realms. It has its own YouTube channel here. So look up Rings and Realms when you leave. There will be very deep lore diving with him because he's literally a Tolkien scholar. So he knows more than I do, even. It's been his life's work. He also runs Signum University, which specializes in graduate degree programs for Tolkien literature. So, big time. He definitely knows what he's talking about. So even if you don't trust my opinion, you can definitely trust his opinion. So Rings and Realms, I believe, is the name of the show. Definitely look that up because I'm sure I'm going to learn some new shit watching that show every week. So everyone, please take care. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I will see you guys next week, and I will also see you tomorrow night over on Dawn Marshall 72's channel. So everyone, please take care, and until next time, Namarie. Bye, guys.